Hello, everyone. Welcome to Garden Path Tarot. This is where I do daily love readings to see what's in the energy for the person that might be on your mind. So go ahead and take a moment to, while I'm shuffling, to get somebody in mind, someone that you want to inquire about for this reading. Look at, get an impression of their face or how they look, how they smell, how they sound to you. Focus on them in your mind's eye, maybe the last conversation or last time that you saw them. So we have influences coming out here as the overall energy here, influences. So, influences. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. The way I'm doing this is the overall energy. If you're new to this channel and you haven't watched any of these readings, this is a new channel, so most people are new. So what I do is get the overall energy, then we get how they're viewing you, what their feelings, thoughts, and intentions are, next actions, any potential obstacles, and a final outcome. So, and then I'll clarify anything that feels like it needs to be clarified and see what's going on here. So the way they're viewing you right now is the Two of Wands, that you might be looking in a different direction. Somebody may be influencing you to turn your back to this connection. That is driving them to want to be the fool and maybe rush in. They're feeling like they might need to come in this fool energy and sweep you off your feet, with the Knight of Pentacles being in their thoughts, that maybe they realize they might have been taking a little bit too long. But with their intentions being the Lovers, this is someone who is realizing they don't want you to get away, my collective. So their next actions will be the Two of Swords. That's interesting. We're definitely going to have to clarify that as their next actions. But I'm almost getting that they want to shed light on something, because the Two of Swords is usually about a decision that needs to be made, but we're maybe not seeing all the picture, or we don't have all the facts, or maybe we're in denial about something. We're making the decision from an uninformed place somehow, or not from we're not seeing the truth of the matter. So that's where that denial energy can come in. But I feel like I'm getting the impression this person wants to shed light on something. The obstacle right now is the World, or the Moon card, okay, the hidden stuff, which is interesting because this person, I feel like, wants to bring clarity. The overall outcome is the King of Wands, desiring some boom wow wow. Yeah, I know. I'm being silly. I just realized I put a deck away. I'm going to pull the deck out, and I'm going to pull this deck out because it's handy to use for clarification, which is Weird World Tarot. So let's go ahead. I do want to clarify the Knight of Pentacles, because this is what has been slowing them down. So what's been slowing them down, or keeping them stuck, or keeping them from engaging in this, maybe like going full throttle into this before, is because something was weighing on them. I think that this person, can I get a card on this High Priestess? Okay, so I feel like that this person was struggling with their intuition of their intuition was telling you that you were the person they wanted to go after, but that was hard. They didn't want to listen to it. The burdens that maybe there is influences here as the overall energy. Maybe they were distracted. Maybe there were things going on in their lives that slowed them down, even though their intuition was telling them to move towards you, to take action towards you. They were being slowed down by the burdens of their life, or some kind of burden that was going on in their life. Because this influence card affects both parties. It's the overall energy, so it's affecting both people in some way. And for them, they're seeing you as potentially that you're being influenced by someone, maybe to move on, whether that is someone in your ear that is telling you that to maybe depart from the situation, or it could be someone that you've met, someone new, and they might be thinking that you might be moving on with someone else. So there is that fear there. I definitely want to clarify this. Two of Swords here, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, they're seeing you as someone. Their next actions is they want to take you off the market. They really are feeling like you might be investing in someone else. The Two of Wands coming out. See, that's clarifying. They're seeing you as single and looking elsewhere, that you might be looking elsewhere for something. And so their next actions is to come in and work on this. This is somebody who definitely wants to come in and get you off the market in some way, or try to get you off the market. I think this came through in another reading in the last couple days. It was very similar. It was a very similar energy, but it was someone more strategic then. So what is hidden under this moon? We have that things are changing. Things are changing in this dynamic, and that there might be something that needs to be resolved between you and them. I feel like this is somebody who is having some mental conflict at this time about whether they can say the right thing, they can come in the right way, knowing that they're sensing and feeling something has shifted here in the dynamic, and that's what is pushing them forward to be this fool, because they feel the shift. They feel the shift in the energy on your side of things. So what's this King of Wands in the outcome? What's this King of Wands in the outcome? The Nine of Cups. So they're seeing you as their wish fulfillment. Knight of Wands, that you may be getting away, that they have maybe not come in the most secure. It's funny that this is the outcome. So there's all this passion and desire here. There's very very strong sexual energy here that's coming off. Big time. So keep in mind, I like I said, I feel like this is someone that doesn't want you to get away, someone that has a lot of desire for you, but I feel like the outcome here, so the outcome is that I feel like this is what it's telling me is, I hate to say it, but this person might be coming in under the wrong, for the wrong reasons, okay? Wrong reason. So, sorry, let me rephrase that. This person is not coming in for the wrong reasons. They're coming in for the reason that they are attracted to you, but they're coming in the wrong energy. Let me put it that way. They're coming in with someone, they're a strong attraction to you, and they're coming in a more or it's the physical that is pulling them forward. So it's almost someone who is struggling with the real meat and potatoes here, and that might be why you're looking elsewhere, because there might be this like maybe you're wanting an apology from this person. Maybe you feel like they needed to apologize, or there's something here that there is this rub, there is this difficulty that there's something hidden here. Maybe maybe this person hasn't expressed themselves. There's not really many, I don't think there's any cups on the table other than the Nine of Cups, coming out in the outcome of them being, them seeing you as wish fulfillment. But there's so much passion here, so much passionate, fiery energy here that is fueling this, that there's not that deeper, there's no cards of something deeper. This is someone who is like, almost like wanting to control the situation, in a sense, not wanting you to get away, like wanting to keep you in their Rolodex, so I hate to say that, but that's possible here with the with the outcome being the King of Wands, with clarified by the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Tower. So this is somebody who could have been somebody that is coming in and out, that only comes in when you're getting away. Like they only put in effort. I'm getting that strongly. They only put in effort, or they only show. They only get motivated when you're leaving, and then they come in hot and heavy. But it's not. There's something here with this moon energy that is that's pausing me a minute here. Yeah, I feel like this is someone who could change the situation. And it might be that this person does have feelings for you more than what they come off to have. But it's almost like, I feel like they sabotage things, because what's hidden here is they have the ability to take charge of this and take charge of the situation and make it go in their favor if they would come in correctly, if they would come in the correct way. But they tend to sabotage it. And so this is saying that this person, with this being in the moon and being the obstacle, is there's something more here that needs to come out. And I do kind of like that we had the Two of Swords in this person's intent, or sorry, next actions, because that is telling me that they do want to bring clarity on something that maybe hasn't been brought to light, that there is something they do want to share, because they do want to work on this. There is this desire to work on this. But I don't like the fact that this person seems to not be making you a priority. And I think that's your issue too. And I feel like this is someone who doesn't get it. Like maybe this is someone who has always, been single, or somebody who has always just put themselves first, and or their needs or other aspects in their life, they've prioritized other things over a relationship in their life. And so it could be somebody here that doesn't know how to prioritize, like, of course they know how, yes, and it's so complicated, because it's kind of, this person is kind of a little bit complex. It's like they want a relationship, but they don't want to do the work for a relationship, if that makes sense. It's like they want to do the bare minimum, and still get the benefits of a relationship without actually having to put the effort in, thinking that it's supposed to just be easy, that it should just flow and it should be easy. And so it's somebody that forgets, like, that may, that's why they only come in like when you're leaving, when you're getting away, because it's like, oh, I need to put in more. It's like that's when it dawns on them, oh, maybe I need to do a little bit more. I need to put in a little bit more effort. I need to show them they're the collective is realizing that, or they're not getting their needs met, so I better come in and fulfill those needs. And that could be because the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So it's somebody that's saying, oh, I better come in really quickly and come in and fill whatever needs that is sending my collective packing, or getting them to look at other options, and thinking about going in a different direction. I need to fill those needs. But it's like it only comes in the 10th hour, when you're about to walk out the door. It's like then they realize, oh, I need to step up. It's really, but I feel like they do. It's challenging, because I feel like this person, at their heart and core, they do want you in their life, and they do want the relationship. It's someone who struggles with making love a priority, making you a priority, collective, making love a priority in their life. I feel like this is someone who just does not consider love as they don't value love as a priority, like that it needs to be a priority, or they haven't learned that, or they haven't understood that. And that's why things keep falling down, because they're coming in the wrong energy. Like I said, I feel like this person at their core has good intentions. It's just that they sabotage things by their energy and the way they're approaching relationships. And so this is telling me this is something within this person that needs to change. It's something that needs to. It's somebody who needs to that their values and priorities have been skewed in some way. Well, I can't say that, because I can't say that isn't fair. That isn't fair of me to say that about this person. This is someone who I'm going to leave it at the fact that love is not their primary like they don't value love over everything else in their life. It doesn't come first. There are other things that they prioritize and value over love. And that isn't good or bad. That is just a choice this person is making. So the advice here, or what's coming through the message of the reading, is to say this is something you need to understand about this person, that they're never probably going to prioritize love. They're never going to necessarily prioritize you, because that is not something, love is not something they prioritize in their life. There are other things that are more important to them, to this person. And so that's something you need to be aware of, which is why, I think that relationships tend to fail in this person's life, and why it's failing in this situation, because they don't understand that if they want a long-term relationship, if they want someone to stay in their life, they kind of they do have to prioritize them in some way. And this is just someone who is making the choice not to. And until they do, they're going to have struggle with relationships. So it's letting you know that fact through this reading, so that you can make a decision for yourself what you want to do in this situation, because they are going to come back around. This is somebody who is going to continue to pull you in every time you want to try and leave. They're going to try and reel you back in and pull you back in, because they don't want you to leave their life, and they don't want you to get away. They do value you in the sense that they see you as someone that they desire greatly, and they do see having a partnership with you. They do see that. But love is just not something they prioritize, which is why they only come rushing in when they see you're getting ready to leave. Because now you've become a priority. Now they realize, oh my gosh, I need to step up and do something, where they were, their thoughts is how, that they have their inaction, that they've been slow about meeting your needs or doing something here, because what did I talk about? They had other priorities, even though their intuition has been telling them that they need to step it up, and they need to invest in the Empress. And Empress is not a gender, it's an energy, which is representing the collective here in this case, the person that's watching this reading. So it is saying that there's this need. Their intuition has been telling them to invest more, to do more, but they've been distracted. They've let themselves get distracted by the other things in their life that they value more. That's that third party. That's that third party influence, is they're prioritizing other things. That doesn't mean they're prioritizing other people, other like romantic connections, or that they have somebody like a third party. I'm not getting that necessarily for this person. I think that this person just doesn't, they just do not prioritize love in their life. And that's the key here. That's the key, the heart, the meat and potatoes of the reading. So let's go ahead and wrap this up with some channeled messages from the Hidden Truth Oracle deck, to see if there's anything this person may want to say to you. You were the best thing in my life. I am not surprised that I feel you leaving me behind. Can you believe that? That's exactly what I was saying in this reading. So they're just confirming what I'm telling you. But so, and this is true. I think they know at the heart of the matter that love is not something they prioritize. I think they understand that about themselves. They know that they're probably not the best person to love because they can't give, they're not going to meet your needs. I think underlying they know that. They know that they don't prioritize love, and any partner that they have, they're not going to prioritize. They're not going to make them, they're not going to make them a priority. And so that's going to be a challenge for anyone that gets in a relationship with them. And I think they understand that about themselves at some level. They do understand that, but it's not something they're willing to change at this time, which is why, they do understand, like, that it would be better for you to, like, for you to find somebody else that would prioritize you, that would value you. But they also don't want you to go. If they had a choice, they'd want you to stay, but they understand why you would go, if that makes sense. Like, they would understand that they feel like there probably is somebody out there that would treat you better than them, that would value you more than them, but they do at the heart and their core, they're hoping you'll choose them, despite the fact that despite the fact that they give you the bare minimum, but they still hope that you're going to keep choosing them. So this person's got, it's like they understand, but at the same time they don't want to change at the same time. So it's kind of a conundrum. So it tells me that in essence, that love is not so important in this person's life that they're willing to change. Okay, so this is saying that this is somebody who may think that maybe that has been single most of their life, and so because they've been single most of their life, they haven't had a partner in their life, so they're like, I'm fine on my own, so I'm good whether someone's in my life or not. So it's like, although they want love and they want someone, they want a partner, it's very hard for them to make love a priority because they don't need it. So they're like, why do you need it? Because I'm good whether you're here or not. So if you want to stay, but I'm good whether you stay or go, and that's their attitude. And if you have that kind of an attitude, you're not going to fight for it. You're not going to do the most to keep someone, it's like, stay if you want, go if you will, like, I hope you'll want to stay. I hope you want that you enjoy my company and you want to stay and you want to stay with me, but I understand if you don't. Okay, that's kind of what this person is saying. It's almost really almost a sense of unconditional love that this person is giving off without even realizing it, because when we expect a person to treat us in a certain way, when we're expecting certain criteria around love, then we're putting conditions on a relationship. That's conditional love. So by this person saying, hey, I care about you, I want you in my life, and they're trying to show you that the best they can, but they also understand that you're free and you have free will and you can make your own choices. They're hoping that you'll stay, but they're also not going to fight you if you leave. Like, even though they're rushing in and wanting to be that fool to try and bring you back in, or to let you know or express in some way they desire you, that they do want you to stay in their life, in some capacity, but they're not going to force you to stay. They're not going to, they're just hoping that you'll see the benefit of what they bring to your life, that'll just make you want to stay, just be having them in your life, that there's they're basically not placing any conditions on you or on the relationship at all. And they're hoping you're going to do the same, that there won't be any expectations here, that to release all the expectations and just enjoy being in each other's lives is what they're wanting. That's the way they kind of view things. So they have this challenge around, like, when someone, like, wants more from them or desires more from them, then they may struggle, with meeting that person's needs. And it's not because they don't desire the person, it's just because, it's like, now you're forcing me to do something. You're placing conditions on our love, and love is something that should not have any conditions on it. So it's a very challenging reading here, but I understand this dynamic in a way. I do know someone that is like this, and I guess that's why it's easy for me to channel this message coming through and understand it, because it took me a long time to understand this concept of unconditional love. It very, because we're most of us in today's age, especially if you're my age, that you're maybe over 30. You've probably grown up around conditional love and not understood true unconditional love, when somebody really values freedom and values your freedom enough to let you make your own choices when it comes to love, without, they're not going to try and do the most to make you stay. They're going to do what they feel comfortable with, and that's why they might be struggling here to step up and take control over the situation at times, like you're wanting them to, possibly. I think that's where I'm going to leave this. I think that all the messages that wanted to come out, I think that give you a really good understanding if you're resonating with this. If you're still here, you're probably resonating with this. So this really gives you some good insight into this person, and it gives you some things to think about, whether it ultimately is your choice. Like they're even saying ultimately, collective, it's your choice whether you want to go or stay. But it depends on, are you okay with having love that may not, like, it comes in waves. It comes when this person is feeling the love in some way, or feeling a need to, maybe their intuition is pushing them, saying, hey, it's been a minute, you need to reach out, or you need to do something here. It's kind of a very unique, I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone who could potentially be on the spectrum. I wouldn't be surprised by that. So keep that in mind as well. If that's something you may know about this person, if they are, that they might be on the spectrum, that's a possibility. I'm seeing that here. So I am going to go ahead and leave this here. I hope this helped you in some way, get some insight into this person. As I said, thank you all so much for tuning in and supporting me. I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel. I'm going to keep pushing these out, in this format. And I may at some point, I may do some other readings, but right now I do have another channel called Soul Conscious Tarot, that is down in the description below if you're interested, where I do readings that are not love related readings. And I've done most of my content there. That's my main page. So I've been filming a lot every day, and so I don't know how much more I can take on at this time. But if I can add other readings, I definitely will. So that's where I am heading off now. So signing off. See you the next time. I hope you have a great and wonderful day wherever you are in the world.